The NBA trade deadline is among us, and I'll be honest with you, I'm as scared as I've ever been as a Knicks fan. I see the CJ McCollum trade, and I'm left wondering if CJ McCollum went for that, then why did we give up a first-round draft pick for Cam Reddish? Now, I'm not saying I don't like Cam Reddish, because I do like Cam Reddish. I just don't understand giving up a first-round draft pick, and Kevin Knox, for a player that gets 4 straight DMPs. Either the front office made a horrific mistake, or Tom Thibodeau was just doing whatever he wants to do. Either way, that's a bad situation for the organization. We got to be on the same page as the coach. We can't go giving up young assets that we could be used in a bigger deal, to trade for a guy that's not even playing. And, I understand, Cam Reddish is still a young player. Still a lot to prove in the league. But, and again, I love Alec Burks. But he can't be the reason you're not playing a young player that you trade assets for. He can't. I like Quinn Grimes. I really like Quinn Grimes, first-round draft pick. But Cam Reddish should be playing. He should be playing. But that brings me to my next point, and the most important point, Julius Randle. Man. Listen, I don't want to get too crazy because there's a chance we have to live with him. But it's getting real bad. The guy is a complete 180. The leadership ability, taking accountability, leading from the front, as they say. Where is it? This guy came to work last year, put his hard hat on, and earned some money. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who he is. He wants to be the man at all times. He sees a guy getting hot, RJ Barrett getting hot, doing his thing. He doesn't say, oh, how can I get him more? How can I position him to get even better? No. He says it's my turn, and he wants some. Pass the buck, brother. You already got paid. You already got the adulation. You got the accolades. Pass the ball, bro. It's okay. I'm really trying to understand what Julius Randle. Oh, but again, with the trade deadline, Domantas Sabonis traded for Tyrese Halliburton. Now, the reason why that hurts so much is because Tyrese Halliburton should already be a New York Knickerbocker. We should have drafted him over Obi Toppin. Now, and that's not to say Obi Toppin can't play. That's not to say Obi Toppin isn't good. But Tyrese Halliburton should be a New York Knick. He's what we needed out that draft, and what we've been needing for the last 15 years. A true point guard, a true facilitator, a guy that gets guys involved, a guy that can set up Julius Randle so he doesn't have to think he can bring the ball up the court, a guy that can set up RJ Barrett so he gets easy shots, good rush to the basket, things like that. That's what we need. We didn't need another forward that's a high flyer. Now, granted, Obi Toppin, which comes back to Tom Thibodeau, should be playing more. But I don't know. It's the deadline, and I'll be honest. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that we're not gonna trade Julius Randle, especially with Tyrese Halliburton getting moved. And the reason why I bring up that deal is because I really feel like, maybe I don't know. You do as you will. I believe Domantas Sabonis and Julius Randle are very similar in a lot of ways. And that being said, I believe they're viewed similarly, talent-wise, a lot. I say that to say if they could use that to get Halliburton, I think we could use Randle to get Halliburton. Now, again, would that be seen as a lateral move? Because then who would take up the responsibilities at the 4? It'd be very interesting because that would pair Obi Toppin and Halliburton, the guy who, I think we should have drafted Halliburton over Toppin, but, that's neither here nor there. It's really tough, man. We need a point guard. I really love Kemba Walker as a player. I think his time might be done as a Knick. For everything he can bring on the court, because again, Derrick Rose is going to come back. When, I'm not sure, but Derrick Rose is going to come back. And then where's the youth movement? The season isn't going the way we thought it would. Why aren't we playing Deuce McBride? Deuce McBride is tearing up the G League. Go look it up. I'm not even going to give you stats. Go look it up. Julius Randle is tearing up the G League. And he can't get any minutes. Kim Walker went 10 straight DMPs. Now, again, I'm not saying he should have did that. That should have happened. But it happened. Come on, man. It's tough, man. It's tough being a Knicks fan. At this point, I feel like a Knicks survivor. Oh, and I didn't, Mitchell Robinson. So when Mitchell Robinson came into the league, I was saying that he was he's basically a better version of Clint Capella. And that's with no disrespect to Clint Capella. I watched roughly 65 to 70% of Clint Capella's games as a Rockets fan. I mean, as a Rockets, in the Rockets, for the Rockets. I'm not a Rockets fan by any means. But when I watched Clint Capella, I saw a consistent, well, he kind of stagnated in the first couple of years with injuries and just, lack of playing time. But when he shot up, he continually showed progression. That's why I thought Mitchell Robinson could be much earlier in his career. He did experience some injuries. He wasn't getting played like he should have early. But now we got teams like the Pistons. See, this one, again, the Knicks are just a whole bunch of dysfunction, a whole bunch of questions, too many questions. So we don't pay Mitchell Robinson, right? We don't pay him. He starts to show what he can do. And now the Pistons are talking about they want to trade for him and or sign him in free agency. You know what that means? AKA, we're willing to pay him more than he's worth because we want him. And I mean, hey, a young player like Mitchell Robinson can run the floor, block shots, set screens, doesn't need the ball. And then you compare him with a Cade Cunningham, pass first, elusive player, that can get his teammates involved. I can understand why they would be willing to pay Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, he's young, still just scratching the surface maybe. Man, and I even say Evan Fournier and DeMar DeRozan. It was a tough decision. Going into this year, I'll be honest, I did prefer Evan Fournier. The price and because of the shooting ability, I thought it would mesh better with Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, opposed to having what would seemingly be a ball-dominant guard. Not ball hog, but just a ball-dominant guard that works mainly in the mid-range. I thought that was going to negatively affect Julius Randle and RJ Barrett. So I thought, getting Evan Fournier on a cheaper deal was a better decision. Coming to find out that was wrong, that prognostication was wrong, and here we are. That being said, I'd be willing to trade, and again, I really like Alec Burks. I want to be clear. I really think he's an underrated player in a lot of ways. I think if it wasn't for injuries and I guess consistency, which, hey, he would be viewed a lot better than he is. He got size, he can handle the ball, he competes on defense. But that being said, he needs to be traded if it means we can play Cam Reddish and see what he is. We traded number one overall. We traded a number one draft pick for this guy. And his contract is coming up, his rookie deal. So we can't give a first round draft pick and then re-sign him without seeing what he can do. But also, I don't want to trade a draft pick for a guy and then let him walk without ever finding out and then let someone else reap the benefits of the belief. So, we'll see. I'm definitely going to start giving my thoughts out. I'm tired of making prognostications and having no proof. So I didn't really make too many bold predictions in this one. Just wanted to get something out there. Slowly but surely, I will begin to put out content, sports content. Just my thoughts, like I said, just to have a track record. Put my name on it, say it with my chest. So like, subscribe, and share.